We made it. We made it to 2021, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Seyi and this is the Daily Seyi, where we talk about all things life, beauty, style, etc, etc. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in and being a real one. Firstly, Happy New Year. We made it. We made it to 2021, y'all. 2020 was a difficult one. We're not even gonna beat around the bush and say that it wasn't. It legit was a very difficult year for a lot of people. I, for one, am very happy to be in 2021. Not to say that 2021 won't have its things, but it feels kind of like a renewal is what I'm gonna call it, to be in 2021. So if you're here, if you're healthy, if you made it, then honestly that is something to celebrate. With that said, I figured I will do a little video just sharing with y'all some of my 2021 goals. Now, I mean, resolutions and goals, you know, I think it's to each his own. Some people are really like I'm gonna manifest, I'm gonna write everything down, I'm gonna do a vision board. Honestly, more power to you. For me, I'm not really a vision board type of person, mainly because whenever I have done a vision board, that thing be staying in my trunk. I don't put it nowhere for me to see it because I am more so like once I know I want to do something, it's here. But also I write it down on like my notes app. It's like I just be knowing. So I guess we'll start with the more internal goals. That seems like important to do. Internally, one thing I want to do more of is stop over explaining myself. And I think it comes from wanting to be perfect or wanting to strive for perfection or wanting people to see me as perfect. Last year, I would say 2020, I definitely felt much more free in that sense, where I was just like not focused on being perfect and just focused on being me, whatever that looked like, however messy that looked like. And it was messy, but it was also freeing. So to that point, I realized that I have a tendency to over-explain my reasonings for doing things in order for people to be on board with my decisions. And I think that comes from wanting to please people and let them know like, hey, X, Y, Z, A, B, C through Z, so therefore this is why you should agree with me. And I don't want no parts of that no more. So I am deciding to no longer over-explain myself. If I decide to do something and I tell somebody like, hey, this is what I'm doing, that's it. Obviously in normal conversation, you kind of explain a little bit as to like your reasoning and your thought process, but leaving it at that, not like trying to then create a whole other thing and, trying to talk some more and trying to explain so the person will hopefully understand exactly what you're saying. As much as you can explain something to someone, they're not you. They're not you. So they're still going to have a different view of something versus how you have the view of something. Goal number 2, which I would say is kind of in the same realm, is to stand my ground. I am not the biggest fan of conflict. Now, I think that 2020 definitely tested me on that. 2020 definitely tested me on that. I'm still not the biggest fan of it, but I am much more comfortable with it now. I want to make it a point to continue standing my ground, even when it feels uncomfortable. I'm just learning to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and the uncomfortable for me sometimes is standing my ground, but also understanding like this is what I believe to be true. And lastly, internally, goal number 3 will be to stop taking things so personally. And I think that's a continuous process for me, but stop taking things so personally, girl. Like, not everything is an attack against you. It can feel that way when you play the role of the victim. And that's one thing that in 2020, I was really trying to pull myself away from. It's like, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim in every single situation. And sure, things can happen to me, but I don't want those things to define who I am as a person or what I do. And so it's like, just chill, girl. Not everything is meant in the way that you perceive it. Because sometimes my mind will play tricks on me. And I think I'm not the only one when I say this, that sometimes your mind can play tricks on you and kind of start shape shifting to make you believe certain things when it's not even that. It's happened to me consistently in 2020. Like, I feel like my mind was constantly in like this battle of like up, and it was exhausting. And so I'm realizing like, you know what? I'm taking a stand. I am no longer playing the victim in situations. Like, unless something is told to me directly and in my face, then that's what it is. And if it's not told to me directly, then, well, it isn't. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a tendency to start over analyzing situations, and it's not even that. Those are the 3 internal things that I am working on for 2021. Now, material things are things that are not so inner workings. Number 1, or I guess number 4, I would definitely like to get a new car. I have my eye on a Jeep. That is like my current dream car right now. God, please. So I definitely want to give myself a Jeep, preferably by my birthday. I turned 30 in June, so that would be a nice little like 30th birthday gift. We'll see how that happens. We'll see how that goes. Definitely, obviously, gonna just save up for it, so I could put a bigger down payment down on it. But yeah, a Jeep would be one of my 2021 goals. I don't care. I am getting a Jeep before the end of the year, though. I will have that Jeep and use this as this video, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna share the Jeep with y'all. Okay. Number 2, the goal would be to really go hard with this content creator life. I have a goal to, hopefully, grace of God willing, if it's, you know, meant for me, to hit 6 figures in my content creator career alone. And so obviously that's going to require a lot of work, but I'm confident in my ability to do it. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, oh, that goal doesn't seem so unattainable. So I'm going to work towards it. And again, if I happen to hit that goal, I will definitely come back on here and share that I hit that goal. Goal number 3 will be to really continue investing. So in 2020, I kind of started investing, and I did a little video about like my beginning journey here. And I had a plan to kind of like do like a 3-part series sort of situation, just sharing my journey or sharing the tips as I went along. But then, I'm not even gonna lie, I just kind of stopped investing. Not for any reason at all. I honestly just kind of forgot. And so this year, 2021, I'm going to make it more of a priority to invest more in some stocks. I just want to be more well-versed in that area. And to that point, another goal is to get a financial advisor. Because I have these financial goals and because I am confident in my ability to reach them, I just feel like I would like somebody who is well-versed in finances to help me sort of map a path with whatever that looks like. Maybe it's like buying a home one day. I don't know. I think it would be helpful to have somebody who can coach me through like these big life financial changes. Was that goal number 4? Yeah, that was goal number 4. Goal number 5 would actually be to date more. Dating for me, necessarily put myself out there to do, just because 1, we're in a pandemic, so for sure I'm not really doing like in-person meetups or anything like that. But even before the pandemic, it just wasn't something that I was like, I'm allowing myself to be more open, to the possibility of dating casually. Dating casually literally just means like going out on dates with people. If it leads to a 2nd date, 3rd date, cool. If it doesn't, cool, whatever. But just putting myself in a position to be open to it. Maybe the date will be good, maybe the date will be trash, but I won't know unless I actually go on said date. I think, again, going with the flow with 2021, I just want to be open to things and just let it flow. I don't want to be thinking like, okay, this leads to this, leads to this, leads to this, because that mentality is very restricting and very closed off. And so I'd rather just focus on enjoying myself. Yeah, those are my main goals for 2021. We're going to end it there. But yeah, I mean, however you approach goal planning for 2021, if you do, if you don't, at the end of the day, really, I think that after the year we went through with 2020, the best we can do is just survive, really. And if that is all you have the energy for, then look it, more power to you. Just take it a day at a time. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking it literally one day at a time. I am not overextending myself. I am not rushing anything. I am not pushing myself unnecessarily. I told myself in 2021, I am not doing that. I will allow my body to rest when it needs to rest. I will pick myself back up when I need to pick myself back up. Okay, I think that's all. That is my final speech. So as always, I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Until next time, bye.